What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Tuesday Rehearsals with Dave, Tony, and John. Why don't you guys go around, Rob? Introduce yourself. Start with Dave.
Sure, I'm Dave. I'm from Rabid Gorilla Records. RabidGorilla.com is where you can find more information about Rabid Gorilla Records.
Tony?
I'm Tony. I just woke up.
And can that be found at justwokeup.com or justwoke.up?
That's actually justwokeup.net.
Okay. Oh, okay. So continuing into week 7. We've already gone past the prequels, past the original series, and we're on to the sequels. So here at the Tuesday Rehearsals, if you're counting in like in Star Wars style and whatnot. So, we just listened to our 3 barbecue songs on this last cast, and it was a surprise cast this week, so we only get to listen to them a few minutes before we started. I gave my song to Dave, which was "Summertime" by Kanye West. So, or not "Summertime." It was
no, Good Life.
Good Life. He mentioned
Yeah.
summer though.
Tony's got his hand up. Tony wants to say something, or maybe he's just getting into it.
The song tells you many times to put your hand in the air.
Yes, it does. But I don't listen to anything Kanye tells me.
Well,
I hated this song with a passion. I don't like Kanye West anyway, and
Right.
So I was cringing when I saw the link. But I listened to it. I listened to it a couple of times because I wanted to listen to the link you sent me, which was the unedited version.
mhm.
And then I wanted to watch the music video that came out. So I watched the kid-friendly version.
Right.
And I hated both of them equally.
How could you hate the kid-friendly vertion? I mean, seriously, it offends nobody. You know?
It offended me terribly. I hate
It also-
autocorrect. Auto-tune
was-
there.
It was offensive. It was very offensive.
It was a
extremely
terrible
offensive.
song.
I only listened to it halfway through, and I'm pretty sure I've heard everything I need to hear about it.
Yeah, you did.
Well,
That would have been enough.
I
I heard it. I heard it till they talked about the models' asses, and I'm like, "That's it. That's all. That's the
you're
only
out,
hook-
huh?
The only hook in the song."
Well,
I don't even remember them talking about a barbecue.
well,
I don't recall a barbecue either.
I have an explanation behind that one.
Okay.
I couldn't find any really songs that like really reflected a barbecue, so I Googled this song "Barbecue Sauce" by I can't remember his name. It's some country guy, country western.
It would have been a better choice.
It might have been. It might have been in the whole grand scheme of things. It might have been funnier, but you know, it was Toby Keith. Toby Keith. That's who it was.
Oh,
Toby Keith.
Oh yeah, that's right.
no,
Country's
that would have gotten
Kanye.
groans for me too.
It's country's Kanye.
So then I decided to lean
Exactly.
back. I started to lean into something like, what would be a good song for me to hear at a barbecue, and like that, like listen to the good life. And
You
it's
really like that, John?
If I love that song.
Oh,
I personally, I think Kanye West is a genius.
Oh.
I really do. I think he's a genius producer. I think he's got a great ear. I think his whole weird, like, I'm a genius persona and all that stuff. I really.
I'd walk off, except my room's not big enough, and you'd still be able to see me on the webcam.
Well,
But,
he's not an idiot. He's made money at what he does.
right.
Oh yeah, he's made a couple of pennies.
So no, he's done all right for himself. I'll give him that. But it's not even that. It's just I thought his first album was really, really good. I really liked his first album, and I didn't want to like him. He's one of these guys that I'm like, nah. But I really can't deny his skill and his insight, and
He
not
owes a
afraid to
lot
speak
to
his
his
mind.
computer programmer.
What's that?
He owes a lot to his computer programmer.
He does. Well, yeah.
Fucked up Kanye.
Shut up. You stay in the background too. There we go. That's better.
I'll
Just
shut
kidding.
this shit down.
Just kidding. Please don't. So So, all right. So cool. So Dave didn't
I'm
like
sorry. Sorry, John. I didn't like it.
It's all right.
You're not supposed to.
I realize that I have some very unique and odd tastes in music, and unlike most people, I'm really a huge fan of pop music when it's good, but it's got to be good pop music. And I think that there's a lot of different good pop music that has come in and out over the course of my lifetime. So,
Okay.
yeah. So
This is where we part ways, I guess.
See ya. See ya.
you got to give me 2 weeks notice, Dave. You can't just leave the podcast like this. You know what I mean? You can't just walk out on me on one day. So,
All right.
all right.
Let's
So,
just replace you with himself. So just have another version of himself up in the other corner.
that wouldn't be a bad idea. Like
So,
double.
you had a song, John. What was your song, John? What? Tom Waits.
Yeah, Tony sent me Tom Waits, and actually, it was really, I was really, it was really cool. It was something about a Filipino something pig.
A Filipino box
box
hog.
spring.
Yes, and it was really good. Like
Box spring hog.
With directions on how to cook Filipino box spring hog.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, you dig a big pit in a dirt alley road and you fill it with Madrona Bay.
Right,
It stinks like hell and the neighbors complain, but you don't give a hoot what they say.
right.
It's the directions, you know.
Nice.
Directions on how to do it.
That's pretty cool.
I
And
don't
it
know
is-
if you need to have a Filipino present when you do it.
Oh well, I thought it was a Filipino. It was a Filipino type of pig that you were roasting. That's what I thought.
No, I think it's more along the style of how you're cooking it.
Oh, okay. So
So you know, sort of like Irish soda bread. This is Filipino box spring hog.
okay, so like Filipino seasoning or something like that.
No, there's two dirt poor that own a barbecue grill, so they dig a hole and they put a box spring in it, and they put the pig on top of the box spring and cook it that way.
Oh, okay. I see. I see. I get
That
it.
does
All right.
sound like it would smell.
Yeah, I imagine it would smell. And of course, you use
Probably not very healthy to eat the pig either. But
Yeah, you know, you're using an old box spring. God knows what's in on that, right?
Yeah, but you heat it up. You know, I'm sure those Filipinos used temperature control to make sure those box springs were up above 160 degrees to cook it properly.
They
You know.
probably throw an old quilt over the top of it.
Oh, God knows what they'd burn in it. You know, so that sounds actually pretty cool. I would actually look into like you know, doing something like that really cleanly and making it. You know, hopefully it would.
Oh,
Oops.
oh no,
I didn't touch
The
anything. I
fuck?
didn't touch anything.
we lost John.
No, I'm good. Can you guys still see me? I'm still here.
Yeah, we can still
Yeah.
see the top of your head. There we go. That's better.
I'm back.
Now
Tony.
Tony's doing it.
Fucking Tony. The way you did it just now, when I was fixing and adjusting my screen, you fixed and adjusted yours at the same time. So to me, it looked like I was like adjusting you out of the picture. So I was fixing my own face. It's like, oh shit, I just fucked up Tony's.
How the hell did I look up to the screen?
How did I do that? I'm like, it's the Godcast. It's gone from being a podcast to being a Godcast. Manipulating fields. Okay. So
Well, I was long overdue for picking a Tom Waits song because I know how much Dave hates Tom Waits, so I had to.
You know what? I actually enjoyed this one more than I thought I would. Maybe it was because I had just listened to a Kanye song, but
Yeah.
it was a refreshing change.
what I like most about it was the swing of it. Like it had a definite like, you know, there was a definite groove to it, and you know, and I think Tom Waits probably does that a lot more. And if I was more of a in-depth listener of Tom Waits, I would hear that more in a lot of his stuff. And in most of the stuff that I have heard that I do like, I hear it. You know, it's like a ghetto groove or something like that, or like you know, it's
Bayou.
yeah. There's something about his music that reminds me of like being in a dive bar and you know and and just kind of like very John Kerouac-y, very
I like when he tells you to put your hands in the air.
yeah. Oh yeah, no, he always does that. You know. Well, you know, it is Tom Waits. I would throw my hands in the air for Tom Waits. So, and then lastly, what was the song you got, Tony?
Yeah, what was that?
That was called Barbecue by Brack from Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
That was interesting. I liked it better than Kanye.
I couldn't think of another barbecue song for the life of me, so that's what you got.
Boy Meets Grill was a great line.
Well, Tony went into this kind of loaded, you know what I mean? Because it's like you knew you were going to use that particular song.
Yeah, that's true.
And
true.
This was like a difficult category too. You know,
yeah, barbecue is pretty obscure.
Yeah, that was a tough category. So I mean, you know, being the host and everything, and being that this is my podcast, I decided to use my powers for you know, I was like, all right, I'll just throw a Kanye song in there. You know, so
I just miss
decided
barbecue.
to use your powers of evil.
Yeah, you know, which is my prerogative. It's my prerogative of things to do. So, no, but but that's basically it.
Where the hell did that song come from?
Say that one more time, Tony.
The Brack song?
Yeah.
It came from Space Ghost Coast to Coast, but I don't know if they ever did it on the show itself. There was an album that came out called the Brack album, and it's hysterical. The whole thing is. It's a parody album.
Yeah.
But that was on there. I bought that one day when I was in a lousy mood, and I listened to it on the way home on my car stereo, and my mood turned around 360, or 180. And I was laughing hysterically by the time I got home, and I played it for my folks when I got home, and it was a good day.
My mood went 360. I was in a bad mood, and I got in a good mood, and I'm in a fucking bad mood again.
That's why I corrected myself. 180,
180, yeah.
180 mood adjustment.
Well,
it was funny. I did laugh at that.
I enjoyed that one too. I thought that one was a lot of fun, and I also, you know, I remember Dave and I were talking about Space Ghost, and I couldn't remember if it was just on the Adult Swim or if it was an actual Saturday morning cartoon. Dave was explaining to me that at one point it was, you know, but.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember Space Ghost from way back in the day before they did the. It wasn't originally supposed to be a funny show. It was like a superhero show. Do I have this right?
Yeah, he was a superhero, and then years later they reworked the animation to make it a kind of a spoof on David Letterman.
Right. And I don't know, I've seen it a lot, but maybe I'll have to check that out some more.
I just remember it was like, remember part of it from my childhood and part of it from my adulthood as well. And I couldn't remember if I had actually remembered it from my childhood or if it was something else, but apparently it was something else. But so I you know, this, like I said, this is episode 7. We've been doing this for almost 2 months now. This is actually, you know, doing pretty good. We're starting to get spam in the comments and stuff like that. So I'm thinking that, you know,
always a good sign.
That's a good sign and whatnot.
I literally rolled out of bed for this episode.
I noticed that. Well,
roll back into bed, Tony.
You can like absolutely go back to sleep whenever you want, man. I just I'm glad everybody turned up for this one, because like Monday came really fast. It felt like
it's been a rough week.
Went by really quick. Yeah.
The whole week's been a rough month.
Oh yeah. It's so funny. It's like every day feels like a week. And then, you know, you look back and you're like, holy shit, where did this week go? It's like Friday already, you know, and, you know, here we are. It's like 1 week into June already. Like, holy shit.
It's amazing.
Time goes by. Time ain't on my side anymore.
That's exactly what's through my head too. I just did the courtesy of not singing it.
But well, anyway.
Hey, dead air is no good. Keep talking.
No. We'll be back next week with another exciting episode of Three Guys, Three Songs.
On Tuesday rehearsals. So you cut the song, baby. So hold on. Oh, pause. Stop recording. I got a bit.